Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today I'm going to be reviewing a Big Finish story, and we're going to be talking about part 1 of the Klein Trilogy, which you guys know I had been wanting to get into. The first part is called 1,000 Tiny Wings, I believe. 1,000 Tiny Wings, I believe. And it was enjoyable. Now, I will say right off the bat, I didn't like it as much as I did Klein's first story. What, Colts? I can't remember how to pronounce that. The kind of German POW camp, since it takes place during World War II. That one was really good. That one really blew me away. I enjoyed it a lot. This one, I didn't enjoy nearly as much, but I still enjoyed it. I liked it. I felt like it filled out its runtime well. I liked the cast. Now, in this one, the 7th Doctor is traveling on his own. Ace is not with him. With them, it looks like they've parted ways at this point. And Sylvester McCoy's voice work in it is fantastic. I really like how Colin and Sylvester just seem to have grown as actors when they're doing these Big Finish stories. Which, I mean, I never thought they were bad actors. But they feel like they've really matured with their acting ability, because he does so many subtle things, the way he says his lines with the little inflections here and there and the little ticks, the little things he does really works. He still nails it as the Doctor. He always feels like the Doctor. So his voice work here is phenomenally good. The actress who plays Klein is really good. I like her a lot. And then the guest cast are fine. I mean, every now and then, since so many of them are ladies speaking, I get a little mixed up who's talking. Except for the one woman, the one who, she's British, but her husband is German. There's some neat dialogue with her, too. Hers is kind of distinctive. Some of the other girls in there, I kind of get mixed up. It doesn't quite go where I think it's going to go with her and the British woman who has the German husband. Because her and Klein seem to have some similar views that, you know, maybe the Germans understood how to build a society better than the British. There's some talk like that kind of comes up. Because don't forget, Klein is from an alternate future where the Germans won World War II. And of course, Klein thinks that's supposed to be the proper future. And so I kind of figured the ending of the story would have them collaborating, and then parts 2 and 3, somehow something coming from that, which who knows, maybe that will be the case, but it doesn't quite go in that direction. The story itself, I enjoyed well enough. One of the characters who died, I kind of saw it coming. Because it's just like, I'm going to go over here and do this thing by myself. And I'm sitting here going, bye-bye. Bye-bye. It was nice knowing you. Bye-bye. And it kind of thinks maybe, it kind of makes you think maybe it's going to subvert that trope, but it doesn't try really hard to make you think that. And sure enough, that character gets killed. And I'm like, it was nice knowing you. You've all seen that in a horror movie or some story where you just know. You know, like, let's say it's Frank, and Frank's like, oh, I'll go out here by myself and check it out, and you're just like, bye-bye, Frank. It was nice knowing you. You just know. So that's kind of how that played out. But this also has a kind of a B plot, because while they're fighting the alien force they're fighting, this takes place during the, Kenya Uprising, Kenya Rebellion, in the, what was it, the 50s or 1960, right up in there when that happened. And so you have, you know, you're in this country where British people are suddenly very not welcome. And you have lots of the Kenyan people rising up and, well, being very unhappy. So the Doctor has that to contend with as well. They find an alien who's injured, who's different from the actual alien threat. So they don't know if that's friend or foe. You have all of that going on. And it takes them a little while to figure out that it's basically killer birds from outer space. You know, spoiler alert, I guess. I mean, the name of the story kind of gave it away, you know, 1,000 tiny wings. And then the fact that, you know, one of the people who's dead has cuts all over them, and another, the alien that's injured has cuts all over them. And it's so weird when the title of the story kind of gives it away, so you already feel like you're way ahead of the characters in the story. So when the characters in the story suddenly start putting it together, you're like, duh! Hello! Come on, you're the 7th Doctor, not the 13th Doctor. You should have been here already. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. It's okay. Like, it's not one I will go back and listen to anytime soon, whereas Colts, I probably would. It was really, really good. It was fine. It wasn't quite as good as I was hoping the first part would be. I'm hoping the second and third parts will be better, but I didn't not like it. When it was over, I was just kind of like, oh, okay. The ending of it does pick up. I did like the very ending of the story. Things kind of come together. I love the Seventh Doctor just being dangerous with his voice. I mean, he basically talks his way through the situation. He takes a big gamble doing it. But it pays off because he's the Seventh Doctor and he's extremely self-confident because he's the Seventh Doctor. And McCoy nails that whole bit of dialogue. Klein is there for that. She nails that dialogue as well. And then the the conversation between the Doctor and Klein at the end when he basically offers to let her travel with him is neat. So it looks like the Doctor and Klein will be traveling together a bit in the other two stories that make up the trilogy. That's interesting to me. I actually like that. So I'm curious to see how that goes. I wasn't expecting that. But the ending of the story wraps up really well. Again, my favorite part was probably McCoy's performance in the role. Just the little things he does with his voice. Just the signs of a good actor. Where, someone just reading the lines would be one thing. But as an actor, he's just living the lines, if that makes sense. I love the way he is saying his lines. Is really good. Although I think the whole cast is fine. So yeah, it's fine. It's not my favorite Big Finish story. Certainly not my least favorite Big Finish story, as there are Big Finish stories I just adamantly don't care for. This one was fine. Will I ever listen to it again? I don't know, but it's fine. So, the start of the Klein Trilogy. What do you think of it? A Thousand Tiny Wings. Comment down below and let's talk about it. Don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button as well. I certainly appreciate that, and it definitely helps out the channel. I have a link to my Patreon down there. A link to my Amazon wishlist is down there. A link to my Amazon UK wishlist is also down there. My P.O. box is down there if there's anything you would like to send to look at and review. I want to give a shout out to one of my top tier patrons, Colin Coney. I appreciate his support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. It's very much appreciated. And most importantly, thank you for watching.